Ruth Livier is a writer. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Livier.
Livier.
Yes, sir.
Is a writer, independent producer, and actress. She created the award-winning bilingual web series, Ilse.
Yes.
Got that one right?
You got that one.
And she's the first member of the Writers Guild of America West to join that union solely for work in new media. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Chairman Leahy. I'm here as a union actress and as the first person to join the Writers Guild of America West via my work in digital media to share about how net neutrality changed my life. Minority communities have historically lacked equitable and balanced representation in traditional media. UCLA's Dr. Darnell Hunt, a media diversity expert, testified that business as usual in the industry is wholly inadequate for addressing the stagnation in Hollywood diversity. A new paradigm is needed that goes beyond symbolic pronouncements and token gestures. This is where net neutrality or the open internet comes in. As an American Latina, I got tired of seeing the disproportionate amount of negative stereotypes about my community in traditional media. So in 2000, I wrote Ilse as a TV pilot. It's a bicultural dramedy about a modern Latina. At a conference designed to nurture Latino talent, I approached an executive for advice who said, "Who are you for anyone to produce your show?" Others asked, "Who's going to watch this?" Their comments were not based on my writing. They had not read a single word. Their immediate objections were based entirely on the concept of a Latina-driven show written by someone with no track record. Who was I to think that anyone would take me seriously? And how was I supposed to prove there was a market for my content? There was no way in, so I filed the script away. Then, years later, everything changed. Technology advanced. Camera equipment was no longer cost prohibitive. The internet suddenly put worldwide distribution at our fingertips. It all seemed too good to be true, but it was, and it changed everything. We independent artists suddenly had unprecedented access to create, produce, and distribute our content. In this exciting new frontier, anyone, regardless of ethnicity or socioeconomic standing, could finally tell their stories from our points of view without getting discouraged, derailed, or having our visions diluted by corporate gatekeepers. So in 2008, I took that old script and reconceived it into the award-winning web series Ilse.net. Our global audience was even broader than expected. Our indie series provided jobs for a diverse workforce in front of and behind cameras. Our minority directors earned points towards becoming members of the Directors Guild of America. And I earned points towards becoming a Writers Guild of America member via digital media. This meant that the open internet was a viable alternative way to build a career and diversify the talent pool of professional writers. It also meant that programming on the web was not up to the same few gatekeepers who control traditional media, where, by all accounts, by every study, minorities are still underrepresented in the writers' rooms, executive positions, and in front of cameras. And Latinos are the most underrepresented relative to our share of the US population. But with an open internet, low budgets, and no connections does not mean there's no way in. Never again could we be disregarded by anyone who essentially asked, "Who are you to have your story be told?" We all deserve to have our stories told. We all deserve to be heard, to be acknowledged, and to not have to sit in the shadows until someone else decides that our lives are worthy of being reflected in the media, and to have to wait for someone else to get it done. We could now take the reins in our own hands and take responsibility for our own destinies. The open internet has given the rest of us an opportunity to improve our crafts, provide jobs, and a creative outlet for a more diverse workforce. To define ourselves by creating more varied, complex, positive, and balanced portrayals of our demos. It's given us instant access to information and reputable data to prove our markets and connect with our global audiences. It's empowered and motivated historically marginalized communities to take the reins in our own hands and create content knowing there's a distribution outlet for it. This communication platform must not go the way of traditional media, since through it, diverse voices can finally partake in the national conversation at all levels. But the same companies that distribute traditional media control internet service, and they are advancing an agenda of unenforceable rules that would allow them to be the gatekeepers and decide what content is available online and on what terms. We cannot allow this to happen. That's why the FCC must institute strong rules that ban unjust and unreasonable discrimination by internet service providers. I join with the millions who have commented on the FCC's proposed rules to call on the Commission to reclassify internet service as a telecommunications service, that it may once and for all permanently protect internet openness. Make no mistake, this is a civil rights issue. And it is my hope that for future generations of minority and low-income youth, having a platform where they can express themselves on an equal playing field will be nothing out of the ordinary, because for us it has been nothing short of revolutionary. Thank you.